are some of our realtors that know that this property is not good. They will sell it, they just want to collect commission. Never compromise quality. Simplicity is the best way to deal with anything you are doing. Some people will give you a survey with C of O, just go and override. This is just like
something. Right C of O.
The only way you will know is when you lodge it in, they will ask for the database, the full information about the property. That's the only way you know. There are some properties that they will even remove the person name, they will change the code. A lot of things is actually going on. Everything you are doing, be consistent. That's the only tools you need to grow. When you started, that's not the way you're going to end it. And if you smooth, you move.
Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of Realtor's Confession, the perfect place to share your pains, your struggle and success story as a realtor. My name is Deborah Wodisi and I'm going to be your beautiful host for today's session. Right here with me we have our amazing guest speaker, Mr. Adekoya Nurudeen. He is the CEO of Tetrangles Project Limited and is an inspirer, a motivator. He's also a civil engineer and he has a lot of confessions to share with us today. Ladies and gentlemen, let's meet you, sir.
Good day, everyone. My name is Adekoya Nurudeen, the MD, CEO of Tetrangles Project Limited, one of the leading real estate and construction company in Nigeria.
Thank you for coming, sir. We are so glad to have you here in our podcast session. And I love your glasses. You look amazing. Okay, so we're going to dive straight right into this podcast session because we know that you have a lot of confessions to share with us and enlighten us, and for those watching to learn. Okay, so I'm going to start with the first question. My first question goes thus. How did you find yourself in the real estate industry, given the fact that you are also a civil engineer?
Okay, growing up, I'm so familiar with real estate because my daddy was one of these artisans, and growing
artist.
Artisan.
Like growing up, are you saying when you're very little?
Very little.
Like what age? Give us an age.
Like maybe from the age of 12, I've been going to site because my dad was a welder then and an iron bender. And if you look at the construction industry, the major ingredient in structure is reinforcement, and that's why you cannot, push that aside. Are you getting me? So from there, I developed interest that this thing that we are doing, my daddy is doing, and we see engineers and developers doing all these things. I said, I want to do what these people are doing. If they can do it, I'm sure I can do more. So that's what made me, pursue my career in civil engineering. And ever since then, it has actually shaped me rightly in my journey in real estate because, as an engineer and also a realtor, it gives me an edge to, actually identify problems, solve problems, and also market marketable and quality product to my clients.
Oh wow, that's beautiful. So are you saying that, let me just ask this. At what age did you actually start real estate? Because for you to know about real estate from a very young age, I'm trying to guess what age you actually
so the fact is that if we should look at the experience, I would say the experience is very bad because what ability is different from ability.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand? Sorry, ability. Permit me to use this. So ability is different from ability.
Ability.
Are you getting me? So, growing up, going to sites from childhood, that is what actually inspired me in pursuing this career. Are you getting me? And so far so good. The experience has always been encouraging, and I can say it's over 20 years now. Something you have been doing for over 20 years.
Oh wow.
You know that
be child's play for this industry. Be play. Wow. That's beautiful. So how did this civil engineering background shape you towards approaching property deals? Like any kind of property deals, like how did it shape you to approach them?
Okay, actually when we started then, we were working with as a civil engineer, is either you build for a private owner that wants to build and live inside, or developers that want to develop and sell, build and sell, just like we have it now. But then you notice that as an engineer, they will contract you projects. Either you take off the whole project based on the fact that you buy materials and you pay your workers, the carve out your own take home as a profit, or the owners of the project might say, okay, just handle the labors and charge me what you want to collect, and I'm going to take care of my material, whichever way we do. But the fact is that as an engineer, you see yourself working on a project. You might work on a project for 6 months, sometimes 12 months, 18 months, 24 months. And at the end of the day, what you are going out with is just normal as an engineer. But what if we combine, the professionalism of an engineering with real estate, real estate marketer, I mean a realtor. So you are going on with double profit.
Yeah.
Imagine doing this project now, this project that you want to believe an engineer constructed this place. How you get it? Maybe he finishes it. Somebody will just come as a realtor. It has happened to me. On my site, I will work for like 24 months, I will work for like 6 months. Somebody will just come, put this kind of project on the internet or market it to somebody, and go home with something very rich, even more than what an engineer can actually achieve or acquire on that same property.
Wow.
So that was what actually motivated me to okay, I need to go into this marketing of the thing so that we can, join this one.
You mentioned something like double profit, and I'm like, double. Is that why people use all this? You don't use quality materials when building. People want to eat the overprofit. Why is civil engineer?
Yeah, as a civil engineer, there is a difference between a civil engineer and a developer. Developer will be looking for a way to cut corners and make maximum profit. But as a civil engineer, the structural integrity and stability of a project should be paramount to you, unless you want to lose your license. Do you understand? So sometimes most of all these people you are seeing that are using premature materials, or they are cutting corners, most of them are quacks. And it is high time our government regulatory bodies work and streamline professionals from quack. As a professional that you have things to lose, you can lose your certificate just like a doctor.
So are you saying that because you have a license, if you don't build a good structural projects, they can withdraw your license?
They can withdraw your license, and apart from that, nobody will want to associate themselves with engineer that does not have experience, that does not have track record. You understand?
This is the engineers are bidding. They're always saying they have experience now.
Yes, they will have.
They have experience. At the end of the day, they will go and do
not all engineers.
Quack materials.
Not all engineers have experience, but this society that we find ourselves, just like I said, government and professional body have a lot to do, because a lot of engineers who come, they are engineers. When you entrust them with your hard-earned money on your project, you find out that it is nothing. You go, they will make you bankrupt.
But how can one tell the difference of an engineer that is experienced and one that is not really experienced?
From my experience, most of the projects we've handled are based on recommendations. You understand, and that's why you have been so much on the highest edge, because people want to see what you have done. You understand? Sometimes as an engineer, they bring your CV, they don't want to, they are not care. Okay, what have you done? Let us see what you have done. Just like all these developers too. Just like we have good developers, we have bad ones. Are you getting? And that's why you see that the good ones, sometimes they don't even market as such.
Yeah, people they don't even sell
their name will sell them, because they have a track record and people have already keyed into their project, and they see that okay, they've trusted and tested and trusted. Just like you now, if you work with a developer that delivers for you, when else you want to do an investment with anybody, you will not think twice, because you have already entrusted your money with somebody and it delivers. That's why you see some people, they will just, once they finish one project, before they finish another people, set of people have already killed another project because of what they deliver. So that is an advertisement you don't pay for. So always good to deliver quality.
What is what doing is what doing well. Okay, so can you share with us one of, let's say, your first project as a civil that you felt like, this civil engineer gave me an edge in real estate, that if it's not one of this year, I not even know this time, I don't know how to handle this project, but the civil engineer actually gave you an edge. Can you share with us?
There's one of this property we sold at Lekki Phase 1 that year, about 5 years ago. Just like we have a lot of realtor on the streets, both professional and non-professional. But what I would say is this: what gave me an edge on this particular transaction was the fact that when I came to site, we have a lot of, record that came with this same client. Some client, they will tell you they want to buy this, they want to buy that. But what gave me an edge this particular day was the fact that when I came to that particular property, I introduced myself, this is what I do, and I was able to, identify some critical elements of that structure, and I was able to analyze the structure for the person.
Because of your experience.
Because of my experience, just like a civil engineer trying to market a project, a particular property, you definitely
like a normal realtor.
Yes, those things, those critical things. There are so many projects that I won't even market to my client. That I won't even market to my client. And there are some of these property that before a realtor will even market or try to do the final signing of this property, they will call us, we'll check for them, do the NDT, the non-destructive test, the structural stability and integrity. We check for clients. These are things you gain from somebody like me. If I want to sell property for you, this thing you don't need to pay extra cost on it. So we already tell you, okay, this property you can invest your money, this one, don't just go there.
Japa, don't near it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so can you tell us, how do you find balance in your, doing the realtors, as a realtor and as a civil engineer? How do you find the balance? Sometimes people want to, which one are you going? Are you a civil engineer, be a realtor? How do you balance those duties?
The fact is just that even this life, no balance. You understand? So we try to get balance either by bending it or by yes, you have to just make sure balance. The most important thing is that you identify your goal, you have your dream, and you have your aims and objectives. I know where I'm going because I know where I'm actually coming from. And the fact is that once you can deliver quality, people will continue calling you. So you cannot say you are tired of making money. So if you cannot sleep, you definitely make money. So that's it. And you will try to balance.
You too like money.
Yes, now because this life said that money they take you down.
Woo!
Thank you.
This question I'm about to ask you is shaky. Alright. So now you say you're an experienced civil engineer and all of that. Have you ever lost money on any projects before?
Definitely, because
but I thought people that expected they lose
no,
money.
there is no not lose money because the economy itself, the policy of this country is not favoring us right now. Why? As a contractor, just like there was a caption I posted about 3 years ago. That was when they were selling cement for about maybe 4,000, 75,000 something now. But if you wake up today and see that price of one bag of cement is 10,000. Then I forecasted this thing about 5 years ago or 4 years or thereabout. Look at today, we are buying one bag of cement for 10,000 plus, maybe around 10,500. Okay, we have some of our projects that you have submitted your quote, a quantity of your projects for you based on what the economic realities at that time. And most of these clients, when they get quote, they will not talk. They will not get back to you on timely. Maybe sometime they'll get back to you after 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. They still want you to work with that same price, same price.
And today's price is not tomorrow's price.
So sometimes at times you will have collected the project along the line. This is not a cut and rat deal now. This is project that takes time. Even if you collect it, you understand, during the process of construction, inflation will set in. And definitely, it takes an extra effort to be able to convince your client to adjust or to give you all those leverage on all those inflation. So we try to balance it, but it has not been easy. It has not been easy.
That's amazing, because today's price is not tomorrow's price, and so this is how you guys lose money.
You lose a lot of money.
Oh wow.
We lose a
So
lot
are you
of money.
saying that in a situation where you've already collected money from the project and there's a rise in the materials or whatever, you still have to leave out the project and lose your money? You use your money.
They see, it depends on your relationship with client. Me, as a matter of fact, I value relationship even more than money. You understand? So, as a professional, you understand, you need to understand your client. You need to understand who you are dealing with. There are some clients that, as it happens, you can't just come outside and explain that this is what happened. You just have to see way to play around it, justify what you are, bringing to the table. So that you know where's the money, and after I don't pay. After all, and there are some of these power, there are some of these contracts that are flexible. That once you sign with them, you understand? Once you sign with them, you already signed this. The only way you can escape it is if they didn't give you up to 80%. Imagine you collect a project that the client gave you up to 80%. So that means from your end you should know that okay, a higher percentage should go into materials. You understand? You should stack your material, you should keep your material in your warehouse so that as inflation rises, it will not affect you. But if you say okay, you keep the money in the bank, that you are watching it, you go bankrupt at the end of the day.
That's so basic.
Yes. So in that case, there is no court you will take the client to. The client will
You have to pay because he has paid you 80%. So I guess.
So here at Adekoya Gardens, we are not only offering you an amazing opportunity to be among the 1% of the 1% to own a property close to the international airport. We are giving you amazing location, great neighborhood, and a serene, secure architectural living space where you can live and train your children. With 2 million naira initial deposit, this great property can be yours. And guess what? That's not all. We have amazing amenities like the solar-powered estate. It's totally powered with our solar, and it comes with a gym, a pool, and also a healthcare center. Now, regardless, we also have an experience center. That's amazing. You can't get this anywhere else apart from Adekoya Gardens. So what are you waiting for? Call us on the number displayed on your screen. Don't miss this amazing opportunity.
So what's that one principle that you took from civil engineering and you are applying it in your real estate journey as of today?
Never compromise quality. And simplicity is the best way to deal with anything you are doing.
Wow.
You understand? So never compromise quality, because that compromise that you make because of small money will cost you times 10 of the amount in the nearest future. So in everything you are doing, don't compromise quality. Just keep your standard, there.
So when you say that don't compromise quality, how can you relate that to a real estate situation?
Okay, just like we all know that there are some of our realtors that know that this property is not good. They will sell it. They just want to collect commission. You understand?
They want
So
incentive.
they just want to collect incentive. They just want to get all the goodies associated with that property just because of their personal gain.
And do you know that some of them might not even know? Probably they see some of the top people pushing the product and like, oh, this product is good, let me push it.
So when the problem comes, those top people will not come and save them, because that is why you are a professional. You need to do your own due diligence before start pushing any property whatsoever to any of your clients, because it's your client and you are the one that introduced your client to this particular property. Imagine a client you render good service, top-notch service, you will come again, and you can always get more property, more prospects from that particular client. You understand? That is an advertisement you don't pay for. As a matter of fact, when you do good to your clients, they will refer you.
Yeah. But do you know that some realtors do not even know this due diligence? They just hear people say, realtor, do your due diligence. But what's the best and the simplest way for a realtor to do their due diligence on behalf of their clients? Like, if they don't want to spend too much money.
The best way to do is get a surveyor, go to site, pick a coordinate, go to land registry. If it is a federal land registry or state land registry, go there at the Surveyor General Service. Go there, pick the coordinate and give it to them.
Are they the one that will pick the coordinate, or is the surveyor that will pick
the surveyor?
coordinate?
That's what I said. You go to site with a surveyor. Surveyor will pick coordinate for you.
And just do everything. Or just like go with the surveyor to check the coordinate of the land.
Yeah, just get a surveyor. You know me, I'm talking from the angle of an engineer, because we work hand in hand. But as a realtor, just hand over everything to a surveyor, so you just know what to do. Yes, they will check for you and they will tell you to be able to know if property is actually good for you to sell or not.
All right. Okay, so when you get a surveyor, is the surveyor meant to like go to the land, or is something that the surveyor can check from the comfort of his own? You just have to send him maybe coordinates, right?
Once you pick the coordinates, sometimes you just need you may not really necessarily need to go to site. Ordinary survey.
Okay, the survey plan
can do justice to that thing. So once you give your surveyor
the survey of the estate, you can send it to your surveyor.
Pick the coordinate, they will chat it. You know how to chat it. They give you every details about the property. If it is free from government acquisition, if it is freehold, if it is a committed land and all of that. So as a realtor, you should be able to know the property you are selling, the full details about the property, so that you don't get yourself into a problem.
Oh, wow. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And I want to ask one question. Okay, so how is it that a property have a C of O, but then it has a global C of O, but then they're giving clients a provisional survey and deed of assignment? And I'm like, it's not meant to be a registered survey. Like, how do they maneuver? Like, or maybe I don't know. What can you say about that?
So when you say a property have a global C of O, that means that property is already, carved out from any encumbrances. That is, the property is safe for you to buy. So maybe.
But why are they not giving?
That reason is that the global C of O, maybe in an estate now where you have about 60-something plots of land.
Okay.
Do you understand? So when you buy your own plot, because the global C of O covers everything.
Yeah.
Do you
but
understand?
Can the client still say that, oh, my land has a C of O, even though it's just with a provisional survey and deed of assignment?
Yeah, so when you do that, I know that most people want to cut expenses, they want to they want to reduce their spending. That's why they are doing that provisional survey. But in as much as the estate already have a global survey, that global survey, that title covers that particular plot. So if you are doing your provisional survey or register survey, you just attach it to that place. But the global survey that is the estate is carrying still affects your own plot. Yes. So it means that you still have your own CFO. So yes.
Okay, now we are moving on to the game session. Are you ready?
We are here together now.
Are you? I'm not hearing you. Yes,
we are here together. We are here together. I'm ready. Let's go.
All right. So the game session is actually very simple. All you need to say is deal or no deal. Like if it's a deal for you, you say deal, and if it's a no deal for you, just say no deal. You can't deal with that. Okay. So it's just few questions anyway, not much. All right. A developer offers you a project, but insists you use cheaper materials to cut costs. Deal or no deal?
Cheaper material is actually relative. You can get your material cheaper and still have quality. Do you understand? It depends on who is bargaining for you or where you are getting your materials from. If you are shipping from China or Turkey now, that doesn't mean your material is not good, but you get it cheaper. So I would say deal.
What if the cheap material is not quality?
If it's not quality, then there's no deal. But you're
supposed to say deal or no deal. I don't say deal or no deal. It's cheap, so you want the cheap material.
No, there's no
deal.
No deal.
Okay, my second question. A client says they will hire you only if you both sell them. A client says they will hire you only if you sell their lands and handle their construction at a discount. Deal or no deal?
Deal. Big deal.
Alright. My third question. A project owner delays your payment for months but promises another bigger contract. Deal or no deal?
Deal.
He has not paid for the previous one.
Yes, now. It depends on the relationship.
People write written up as bad words.
There are some of our projects that you sign with your developer that okay, this is how we do it. There are even some of them that you finance by yourself. Do you understand? That's what we call JV. A different kind of joint venture. You might be the one to bring land or build, but even between the developer and the engineer, there's always an agreement. Okay, I don't have the so amount to pay you now until you sell. Okay, if I'm supposed to collect 10 million naira, so what percentage? Okay, I'm going to give you 13 million and 15 million naira. So if I have the capacity to run it, then we will do.
You are offered a part ownership in a property instead of your full cash commission. Which one will be big deal or no deal?
Sweet deal. It's better I get.
Why did you like this?
It's sweet now because the property will pay me more. The more the delay, the more my money now. If you pay me now, maybe give me 10 million.
Cash.
I don't want cash. I'm not a cash guy. I'm not a cash guy. I believe me. I know the power of real estate, and I know that if you give me share in that property, every year I go back the smile.
They tell you.
They go back the smile.
Wow, that's beautiful. All right, so that's the end of this game section, and we'll be rounding up with our podcast session as we continue with questions.
Are you ready to own a piece of nature's paradise? Welcome to Ajay Gardens, where serenity meets opportunity. Ajay Gardens isn't just a piece of land, it is a place where dreams grow. Strategically located in a rapidly developing area. This property helps you to invest in a serene environment with high growth potential. Whether you're looking to build your dream home or secure an asset that appreciates, Ajay Gardens got you covered. Ajay Gardens, a place of wealth.
Okay, what do you think will make clients trust you more? As an experienced civil engineer and a realtor, what's that one thing that you feel like, oh, if realtors know this, they'll do this more because this will actually make clients trust them?
The only thing that will make clients trust you is trustworthiness and transparency.
How will they know that you are trustworthy? How will they know you are transparent? If you just how will they know?
There is a way they met you. Do you understand? So once they meet you, they will test you. Do you understand? So a taste will always, convince people. Do you understand? And that's why I say the best way to connect to a client is through recommendation. Do you understand? And property development is far beyond just ordinary business because it is capital intensive. Nobody will come and entrust so much amount of money with you. Imagine doing business of around the development of around 200 million, 500 million, 1 billion. Somebody will just pick you from the street and say, okay, come and entrust you with that so much amount of money. You have to come from a very high recommendation.
Yeah.
And so when somebody recommends you, you prove yourself, you don't disappoint. Do you understand? So that disappoints. If you disappoint, you don't go with that. But if you don't disappoint, a lot of things will still come.
But what's the best way to earn a very good recommendation as fast as possible? There's some realtors that are like, my clients, I'll tell them to recommend me. They will not recommend me. I don't know what to do, blah, blah, blah. What can you tell them to start
It's just
doing?
a good work. Just like I said, good work is an advertisement you don't pay for. Most of our job has been on recommendation. They will come, they won't be there. You just say, oh wow, who built this place? I want to have this place in contact. The first project we did at Ikoyi, Parkview, that was maybe 2015. Do you understand? Somebody came to one of our sites in Lekki County and said, okay, I want to see the engineer that constructed this project. Even when I came out there, I was still very young. The person said me that I should get out So how can you be the engineer?
Now you don't blow.
How can you be the engineer that constructed this place? So no problem. I was able to convince him. Then when he saw the whole thing, you know, he was convinced. That was what, you know, gave us that Adekoya project. So, and that's what we have been living on: transparency, competency, and good service. Yes.
That's beautiful. So as a realtor, they should give a good work so they can be recommended.
Good work, the best you can do. The
best.
Give your client the best. You understand? Don't compromise. Give you the best, the quality. You understand? That's it.
That's beautiful. But wait, I want you to be honest. Be honest though. Don't say be honest. How do you actually maintain balance? I mean, how do you balance profit with the integrity of your work?
How do we balance profit with the integrity of the work?
The integrity of your work. And you know that you have to like make more profit. Okay, should I give a scenario? Like for example, you you're meant to be paid a certain amount of money, but you know the profit is not enough if you actually do your real integrity work. So you want to like, how do you balance that?
The only way we balance,
and also want to give the same integrity of like you want to just give the best job, but how do you balance your profit? Do you forfeit your profits or?
So we don't forfeit our profit. The only way we balance it up is teamwork. You know, as an engineer, you cannot be a quantity surveyor at the same time. So whenever we get a project, before we even start the construction, your quantity surveyor will tell you, this is your profit margin, this is what you are going to get at the end of this, is what you are going to spend on material, this is what you are going to spend.
Oh, I thought you were the one that would determine that. It's your surveyor that would determine.
It's surveyor that will do it. Everybody have their own field. Yes, that's why I say in construction.
Determine profit.
Yes, now quantity surveyor will tell you. They are the one that will quantify now. It's not you. Our own work is to do to maintain the structure, to make sure that okay, this project.
But it's the engineer they will give the money to.
It's the engineer they will give the money to as a contractor. Okay. But it is the surveyor that will help you
determine the profits.
Confirm, check, do the build for that project even before you move to site. From the drawing, the architect provide. Yes, so before you even finish your project, you should know what you are going to take home at the end of the day.
Wow. So what happens if the profit is not profiting?
If the profit is all, that means there is a problem somewhere. It's either inflation or you
let go of the job, or you do it with that small profits.
If
you prefer to take like that smoking clean profits and do a good job, or you prefer to say, no, I guess make profits.
No, if you don't be that work that they make profits. Now, someone will just do to meet people, to recommend yourself, to prove yourself, to introduce yourself. Do you understand? And that introduction alone is also profit. Not all profits come in cash. Some of them are going to come in kind. Do you understand? So the most important thing is that whatever the case may be, no matter whatever you are doing, put God first. Don't allow your integrity to be tested.
Oh my shit.
Don't allow your integrity to be tested. Yes.
Are you sure?
That's it now, because see, if you try to play any anti-panky, you try to play smart, or you try to be faster than your shadow, it will tell. Yes, it will tell on the job, and they are going to call you back. There are some engineers that have finished project after 1 year, they are still calling them, and this pipe is leaking, this WC is shaking, this POP is falling, and we have a lot of crack on there. These are the result of all this.
Those crack that happens in a building. Are you saying it's like the construction, or maybe the house is getting old? That's why.
It's a construction error. It's a construction error. It's either the poor supervision, poor management, poor materials, poor supervision. A lot of things contribute to that. I get me. So, and that's why you just have to. What we're doing at all is what doing well. Yeah. If you don't want to do it, don't just do it.
Honestly.
If you are doing it, give it the best, and get the best result out of it.
What is what doing is what doing well. Wow, that's amazing. Mr. Adekoya, how do you see the future of real estate and civil engineering developing in Nigeria as well?
The future is wide because we've not even started. It's wide because if you look at the house deficit in Africa, we've not even gotten to where we are going. You understand? We're just starting, and the future of real estate is very bright because every day, population keep increasing. We've not even gotten to China, and that is where we are going to. So that means the demand for housing is very, very high. So I will employ our investors to keep investing because this is.
Well, investors are actually scared to invest because they'll be like, oh, they just demolished one house at one thing, oh, they just demolished this house, so they're actually scared to invest. What can you say about the demolition going on currently in Lagos itself?
That's the bounce back to your due diligence. So that's why you need to entrust your, investment in the hands of the professionals, people that will take their time.
Well, those that actually got that property are saying that they got it from a professional. In fact, those property have COO and whatever that. They did their due diligence and their house was still demolished. And I'm like,
not all of them have their property, certification fully satisfied.
I say they're doing fake certification.
Yeah, because there are some people will give you a survey with COO. They just go and override. This is just like
they write COO.
This is just even certificate, university certificate that they do have for everybody. Even international passport.
You know if the COO
you can't know. The only way you know is when you lodge it in. You ask for the database, the full information about the property. That's the only way you know. That's why there are some properties that they will even remove the person name, they will change the code. A lot of things is actually going on, especially in this Lagos state. That's why you need to do your due diligence rightly. So that you don't fall into.
Wow. That means they might actually give them documents, but the documents are not
real.
Yeah,
people are doing that.
Hello. People will be careful. That way they buy property, you guys should be careful. So that's amazing. All right, my last question: if you let's assuming everything, if you are coming this life again, as a newborn baby, if you are to start all over again, would you still want to be a civil engineer and a realtor?
Later I won't do again. Later I won't do. The best investment you can do on earth is earth.
Oh shit.
So that's just it. If I come again, I will tell you about it again. Yes, now what I will do. I'm going to do doctor make her give person injection up and down. No. And this one we die here, we come here, we continue here.
Oh, that's beautiful. Please, can you advise aspiring realtors, upcoming realtors watching? Give them your advice as a construction, civil engineer, realtor. That one advice, please advise them.
So in everything you are doing, be consistent because that's the only tools you need to grow. Because the way you started, that's not the way you are going to end it. And if you snooze, you lose. Do you understand? As you are snoozing like that, you are losing. Don't forget the fact that the day you decide to leave, that's the day God wants to bless you. So don't allow yourself to be deceived by laziness, devilish acts, and all sorts of negativity. Be positive. You have a dream, pursue it, and make it actualize. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Adekoya. You guys have heard it all from him. Consistency is the key. Be consistent and be positive. Be positive. If anyone can do it, you can do it. I'm sure you guys have learned a lot. If you have not, you can rewind this session back. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. We are super. Even me myself, I've learned a lot. More construction, but I think now I get idea. Alright, thank you for watching, guys. If today is your first time stumbling on this post, kindly hit on the subscribe button or click on notifications to get to see more confessions like this. Bye.
Are you ready to own a piece of nature's paradise? Welcome to Ajay Gardens, where serenity meets opportunity.
Ajay Gardens isn't just a piece of land, it is a place where dreams grow. Strategically located in a rapidly developing area. This property helps you to invest in a serene environment with high growth potential. Whether you're looking to build your dream home or secure an asset that appreciates, Ajay Gardens got you covered. Ajay Gardens, a place of love.